This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's George. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now Morant. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And the three off target. Utah with the ball. Here's George. And Morant clears the board. Some solid defense from Markkanen. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. From outside the arc. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good. Morant surveying the floor. Here's Aldama. The bank shot, no good.
Oh, for three, not the start they're looking for.
It's Mikhailuk on the wing. Pass to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And I want to see Markkanen continue to shoot from deep because he's a quality sniper with impressive range.
Jackson outside. Outside Morant. Pass to Aldama. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Oh, okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Oh, look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Now Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Richard, one of the more jaw-dropping athletes in the game. At 6'2", Ja Morant can get his head at the rim.
And he said we'll see that less often these days. He is trying to save his body and stay on the floor for his team. That is key. Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting. Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
Now here's George. Markkanen for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Markkanen's got 6 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Jackson gets the bucket.
A tough cover. Jackson has a ton of post work. He can go over either shoulder or face up.
Here's George. The 3 is up. They get it back. Here's Mikhailuk. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Utah shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. All right, the Jazz making a change here. He hits the second from the line. And really an offensive transformation for the Grizzlies. since 2024, Grant.
Yeah, they're pushing the pace, playing a unique style with a lot of cutting and movement off the ball, crashing the offensive glass. I mean, it all seems to be working.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy.
He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the two things we all want, hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. Thanks, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Second personal foul.
And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
That play is Morant's ball handling talents pretty much in a nutshell. Fast, smooth, and very effective.
Here's Mikhailuk. Back to George. Lets it go. The rebound by Jackson.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Pass to Filipowski. And here's Bailey for 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Well, a good idea to set up Bailey. He's got that high release. He's such an exciting young player.
And here's Jackson. Misses the baby hook.
How did he brick that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Niang a screen. Launches a 3. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
To the middle. Here's Aldama. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
George feels it out a bit. Lets it fly. The rebound by Jackson.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. Seems really frustrated.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Filipowski. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball.
The ball goes to Memphis.
Here's Morant. Here's Jackson. Here's Morant. Aldama outside. Good. And the setup by Morant. And now a 4-point Memphis lead.
It all started with Ja breaking the line and forcing the defense to collapse.
Pass to Filipowski. And the 18-footer right on the mark.
With defense that soft, you have to take them to task.
And here's Morant. Now here's Aldama. And then Morant with the dunk.
Okay, I see you, Ja, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Here's Collier. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Mikhailuk. And it's all from three-point range. Grizzlies lead by 4. Outside Morant. On the take. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Puts up a 3. Pure from three-point range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Morant with it. Give him 8 points now. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. 6 to shoot. Here's Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Filipowski.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Out to the right wing. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Back to Morant. Pass to Aldama. And here's Morant. Now here's Aldama. The 3. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Here's Collier. Still no points. To the inside. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Hendricks.
2 minutes remaining.
And stolen by Jerome. To the paint. Here's Pippen. Outside Morant. Driving in. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Here's Collier. Pass to Nurkic. No good. That would have tied it. 1:25 left to play in the first. Outside Morant. Back to Aldama. And here's Morant. Now here's Jackson. Defended by Nurkic. It's stolen by Nurkic. Here's the break. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And you can tell they're in sync right now. Expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Aldama outside. Back to Morant. Pippen with it. Nurkic picks him up. So both teams making some changes here.
4th team foul.
46 seconds left in the opening quarter. Jackson outside. Pass to Edey. 6 on the shot clock. And that's going to be a travel.
In for Memphis, number 15, Brandon Clark.
35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And stolen by Jerome. Here's Pippen. Here's Clark. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Collier. Markkanen left side. 1 second left. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Jerome outside. Let's go with a 3. The offensive rebound. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey. Jazz trail by 3. After years of being a fringe rotation player, RJ, Ty Jerome has had a surprise emergence.
Yeah, just had by far his best season in the league, and he's proven to be a guy that can come in and run the show and be extremely efficient.
Here's the pick. Here's Jackson. Pass to Wells. Utah grabs the miss.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Here's Bailey. Fires for 3. Cleared away by Wells.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Down low. Here's Edey. And he banks in the layup. Edey's got his first basket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Filipowski. Inside. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
He hears the whistle, and he keeps his concentration and is able to knock it down.
Utah shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And the free throw, no good. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
4 on the clock. A shot from the high post. Pippen, no good. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Collier. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for your Jazz.
First one falls for him. Both teams will make substitutions. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Morant with the ball for Memphis. Outside, Caldwell Pope. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Sharing the rock. Part of what makes Ja Morant such a fantastic player is his ability to pass.
To the paint. Here's Filipowski. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Utah making a switch here. Utah shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Memphis leading. Screen by Edey. Here's Morant. And the dunk by Edey.
Morant's got great understanding of the game. He can move like very few can in that pick and roll set.
Filipowski sets a screen. Out to the wing. Here's Niang. Utah with another miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Morant. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Caldwell Pope's got 6 points.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
ABA, the Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
I guess we can credit the defense for that one going wide. They did everything they could to influence the shot.
And Ja Morant has said he wants to dial back his dunking for his health. Did that ever cross your mind, Richard, as an aerial artist?
Well, dunking can take its toll over time, but I was kind of a crash test dummy. I was going to keep jumping no matter what. Ja's a little bit more concerned with getting hit in the air. You know Ja Morant, such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Niang outside. Utah moving the ball around. And here's Bailey for three. And another miss by Utah. Memphis leading by 7. And here's Morant outside. The rebound by Filipowski. Here's Utah. George outside. To snap the cold streak. And the jam by George.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Outside Morant. Pass to Edey. Outside Morant. Takes the three. Rebounded by Bailey.
And just executing your offense earlier in the clock helps you avoid shots like that.
Nice shot by George.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Picked by Aldama. Ja slices through. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Well, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. Stolen! And now Memphis on the break. Here's, an impossible move! Ja Morant!
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Here's Collier. Pass to George. Off target with the three.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things, which will happen. He's trying to help his team.
Aldama outside. Outside for Morant. Down low. Now Aldama. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Here's Jackson. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Over the last few seasons, we've seen Jaren Jackson Jr. take major leaps offensively.
His scoring efficiency has gone up, and it's been paired with his other defensive ability, and that has made him lethal. Now, if we could just focus on the rebound.
To the inside. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Bailey. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Contavious Caldwell Pope.
Well, that's what Bailey has to get used to as a rookie. Plenty of rugged defense when he brings it inside.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
George with a steal. On the break. The three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Morant. Rebounded by Mikhailuk.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Shot on the wing. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Here's Collier. Tries again. The shot off that time.
I'm not sure if he lost focus or what, but that was trash.
Aldama, left side. Outside Morant. To the middle. To the paint. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Memphis shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And that one misses. Well, Richard, he's from a place with a history of great big men. Santi Aldama is next in line.
Well, the first Spanish players that come to mind for me are the Gasol brothers. The connection, Spanish and big men. Aldama has carried that lineage well in his short time in the NBA.
At the line for two.
That one's off.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
And he's good on the second. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
And it's Morant with the ball for Memphis. 6-point lead. Clark outside. The rebound by Filipowski.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Pass to Markkanen. Filipowski in the high post. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Shot from the wing. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
Pass to Jackson.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Nurkic with some nice D. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Collier. Back to George. Pass to Markkanen. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
And there's that signature rim protection from Jackson Jr., making his presence felt.
On offense, here's Utah. And here's Markkanen, pounded by Morant. Here's Mikhailuk. Now here's Markkanen. He's got 7. Shoots over Morant. Utah with another miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Collier. 36 seconds left in the first half. In transition, here they come. Here's Morant. To get back on track.
I love it. In attack mode. Drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one misses. And the Grizzlies making a change here. And he sinks the second. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Collier. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. This is the 2nd trip to the line in the game. He's off on the second. goes. Jam that one home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Pippen. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Grizzlies out in front, up 5. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Grizzlies lead by 5. Outside Morant. "18 feet out. Utah grabs the miss. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. George outside. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
You don't win Defensive Player of the Year unless you're extremely disruptive. Jackson was all over that.
Outside Morant. Tries it from 16. Rebounded by Nurkic. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. Trailing by 2. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
His 4th personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Here's Markkanen. That one's good. This game is all even. Markkanen's got his 3rd basket of the night. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Aldama. Back to Pippen. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by George.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
For the lead. And they get it back. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Aldama grabs the board.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Inside. And he converts the layup. Aldama's got 9.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart and kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
Markkanen looking it over. Puts up a deep 3 from way back there. Markkanen.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Aldama outside. To the left side wing. Picked by Aldama. Lets it fly. Utah grabs the miss.
Coming out of half, they're 1 for 5 from the field. Whatever they discussed is not working.
Here's Collier. 7 points in the game. Pass to George. Hey, from beyond the arc. Collier, no good. Memphis trailing here. To the inside. Oh, George with a steal. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. 11 feet out. Shot by Nurkic, no good.
That's a great look. I'm not sure what happened.
Pippen with it. Guarded now by George. Jackson, left side. That one drops for him. Jackson's got 9. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go. Neither able to land the knockout blow.
Pass to Markkanen. The 11-footer. Utah with another miss.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second team. You like the activity from Nurkic there, keeping the defense on alert.
That free throw, no good.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Pippen outside. Pass to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Down low. Here's Aldama. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's George. Pass to Niang. Three-pointer. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Niang's got 6.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Jackson, the screen. Jackson on the wing. Rebound, Utah. For the tie. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Scottie Pippen picks one up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Up top, Aldama. All alone. Off the left rim and out. Pass to Nurkic. Now George. For the lead. Counted from distance. Give him 8.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Pippen with it. Nurkic picks him up. He takes it in. Good.
Number 20.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
George outside. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J. George has got 11 points.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. For 3. The rebound by Filipowski.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
George outside. There's a screen by Nurkic. Again, Utah good for 2. Grizzlies trail by 6. Pippen outside. There's the drive to the middle. Jackson. Nurkic with some nice D. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
George for 3. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Working hard on the boards, Nurkic understands his teammates depend on him to go after the glass.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Grizzlies trail by 8. Now Morant. He's got 14. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
To the inside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
A big-time slam right there by Bailey. You know, good to see this young man play with such authority.
Jerome outside. From the arc. Drops in the 3. Jerome's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Markkanen. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Brandon Clark.
Boy, Markkanen sells that up fake so well. He just gets the defender to bite and earns a trip to the stripe.
Hits both from the stripe.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
And here's Morant. 16 points for him. Kicks it out to Clark. Just 3 to shoot. Over Markkanen. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Utah leading by 7. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
Markkanen hits them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
And Morant gets double-teamed to the right side. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanted to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Pass to Bailey. Lets the 3 fly. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Morant. Here he goes. Morant with the slam.
He gets a lot of defensive attention from Morant. He can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. teams changing it up here. .56 seconds left in the third. It's Markkanen on the wing. 16 points for him. From deep, drains the triple. He's got 5.
As strong as they looked in that first half, their defense hasn't been the same here in the second. They just look slow, not very sharp.
Here's Jerome. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Jerome's got 6 here in the quarter.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Markkanen for 3. The rebound by Jackson.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good from Jerome.
Ty Jerome at the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Jerome. Here's Collier.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Kicks it out to Jackson. To the top. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, they needed the 3 to tie it up, and he nails it. That sets up what could be a riveting fourth quarter.
Tie game here in Utah. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Here's Collier. And it's blocked by Edey. And they'll keep possession. 5 on the clock. Pass to Nurkic. Second chance effort. Cleared away by Wells. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Memphis. And here's Jerome to take the lead. Can't get it to drop. Here's Collier. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. And now Memphis on the break. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And that one drops. So now they lead by 1.
At the line for 2.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Pass to Bailey. George outside. Over Morant. Utah, the rebound. Here's Mikhailuk. Fires the 3. Hendricks, no good. Morant with it. Jerome outside. From behind the arc. Fires in the triple. Jerome's got 11 points here in the second half.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Back to George. Right wing. Here's Hendricks. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Grizzlies lead by 5. To the paint. Here's Wells. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. There was a sense of urgency. Coach said, quote, "We are right there, guys. Just stay together and trust one another. Let's take this one." Guys, let's see how that message resonates with the team.
Appreciate the report, Allie. George, the three. It's Markkanen on the wing. To end the run, it's Markkanen in the paint.
Yeah, Markkanen is in rhythm, providing a major lift to this offense.
Jerome outside. Back to Morant. Comes up empty down low. Jazz trail by 5. Launches it. Nails it from 3. Hendricks has got his first 3 points of the game.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Outside Morant. And he drives in. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Morant's got 20 points.
Any trip that ends with Morant going to the hoop, it's great for his team.
There's a screen. Pass to Markkanen. Utah needs to get off the shot here. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Left side, Morant. Three-pointer. The rebound by Filipowski. Utah trailing here. Edey with a defensive effort. The Grizzlies on offense. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Jerome outside. Pass to Pippen. Back to Jerome. Puts it up from 12. And it's in there. Jerome's got 13 in the second half.
This is where he's so effective, attacking in the lane.
The shake. It's George with the drive. And it's good on the layup.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. 4-point game. Inside. Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Here's Collier. Back to George. Clock at 6. And stolen by Morant. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
And the dunk by Edey.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
6 on the shot clock. Markkanen for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Now here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by George.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
First team foul. At the line for your Jazz, Lauri Markkanen. Shooting 1.
Jazz trail by 7. George outside. It's Markkanen on the wing. Puts it up from 15. The rebound by Jackson. Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. It's picked off. And Bailey gets it to go.
Yeah, and with those long strides, it doesn't take Bailey long at all to get up the floor.
Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Filipowski sets a screen. Down low. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
The 3 ball. The rebound by Filipowski. Jazz trail by 5. George outside. Oh, he picked him clean. Outside for Morant. Here's Jackson. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Well, there's the length and instinct of Jackson Jr. coming into play. Right on top of that miss.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. The Grizzlies making a switch here. George, right side. Pass to Filipowski. All sorts of time. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one. And that's a double-double for him now.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Here's Jerome. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
George outside. Shot clock at 5. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now Jackson from 18 feet. Yes! Locked in on the J.
You won't see Jackson take a lot of mid-range jumpers, but he is certainly capable from there.
There's a screen. Markkanen outside. Fires the 3. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
This is why Markkanen has the rock in his hands. His team wants him to take those big shots.
Here's Jerome. Now Jackson. And he slams it down.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Now George. He launches. Oh, no good.
That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
Here's Jerome. Shoots a 3. The triple drops.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spaces.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A minute 20 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Markkanen. And here's George. Not that time.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, They were giving it to him.
Oh, missed on the tray.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Puts up the tray. No good. And here's Memphis. Now Jackson. And stolen by Markkanen.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
And so Moran will bring it up for Memphis. They've got a 9-point lead. "12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Just 4 to shoot. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
In for Memphis, number 23. Center, number 23.
And so it's Memphis winning this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.